Okay, so there's a couple of things that I really want to dive into today. But the main thing is actually talking about like how do you stay profitable when you're doing upsells? And in this particular case, I'm going to be talking about how do I stay profitable on a continuous basis when it comes to bidding on upsells or bidding on new jobs in under the framework of working with subcontractors. Now, if you've been following for a while, you know that I'm really subcontractor heavy. We will do a lot of work with subcontractors. It just makes things easier for us. It makes things easier for the business. It does come with its own set of problems. I went over some of those things in another video. I'll go ahead and attach that up top so you can go ahead and take a look. But we're still subcontractor heavy, right? If you're new to the channel, guys, my name is Marcus Crockett. I own and operate a commercial cleaning business here in the Northwest. I've been in business for the last 9 years or so. And we had our fair share of ups and downs, but now we're to the place where we're just kind of coasting. Business has been going really great. I've really just no complaints on where I'm at now compared to where I used to be. Just a lot of learning lessons, a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome. So I started this channel so that I'm able to basically share this information with you, so you don't have to go through a lot of the same pitfalls and obstacles that I went through, right? Just to make the road just a little bit easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So I get a call. Actually, it was an email. This was last week from an existing client, right? And the existing client, he gets on the email and he's explaining the situation to me. Now, we've done so much work in addition to the work that we do on a weekly basis with this particular client. We've done so much work for them. So to get every couple of months, they need something else done. And that's the other good thing about upselling, right? We're talking about, at the end of the day, we're talking about growing your business, growing your bottom line, and it doesn't always have to look like you going out to get more and more and more clients. You can always offer more and more services to your clients. But since we've always done a good job with this client, the client knows that we do good work. They went ahead, reached out to us, and now he's telling me like, hey Marcus, this is bad. I need someone to come in. How much are you going to charge for this? How much, or are you even willing to do it, right? I'm trying to, get as much information out of the client as possible. Now, mind you, this is summertime. I'm with the kids. We're with the family. We're at home. We're enjoying our day. I'm really not in like aggressive work mode, right? I'm really not in work mode. But through emails back and forth, he doesn't really want to send pictures. He doesn't really want to say too much. He's just telling me it's bad. He's being really, really vague as possible. So I know that now I have to get dressed. I have to go. I have to put eyes on this thing and figure out what I'm going to charge. So when I get there, he is now in a meeting, and his number two is showing me around, showing me the problem. And the problem's pretty bad. I'll go ahead and attach a couple of pictures up top. And these pictures up here, I mean, this isn't even the worst of it. There's a lot of other things, but you get the general idea of what we're walking into. So I'm walking around, we're seeing all the stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I will go ahead and work up a quote, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. They're okay with that, right? So me having the experience that I have in the industry, I'm already knowing what I would charge if I were going to put my staff to work in this building. But I know that in this particular case, in this building, I have my subcontractors that are working in there. So I know right away that I had to get dressed. I had to drive to the facility. I had to tour the facility. Then I got to drive back home, right? I'm not going to the office today. So I'm fighting traffic both ways. Basically, my clock started from the time I got in my truck, right? So I know what my profit margin is going to be based on me already having to go to work and go ahead and put my eyes on this thing. But I can't dictate to my subcontractor like, hey, we're going to do this job. I'm going to pay you X amount of money. It has to make sense for them. So what I'm saying is, in this particular situation, because my company, we're not actually physically doing the work. I have a subcontractor that's doing the work. I take as many pictures as possible, and I send off the pictures to the subcontractor. I said, hey, this is the situation. I wanted to offer this to you guys first because this is your account. I know that you didn't do this. You guys aren't responsible for it. But I want to know how much, how much additional is it going to cost me to go ahead and get this done? They give me their number, said, okay, no problem. I put together the proposal, ship the proposal off to the customer. The customer's, he agrees with it, signs on the dotted line, boom, we're done. So the following night, all the work is done, everything's fine, everyone's happy. So the point of this is it's not always about how much a job is going to cost. That's just the cost of the job. We're talking about being profitable. We're talking about for you to make money on top of, right? And some of the things that you really have to consider outside of doing the actual labor are all the other things that come involved with it, right? So let's say, for example, that you are working with your regular workers. These are your W-4 workers, and you say, okay, this account is going to take us about 2 hours to complete. Well, in order for your business to make money and for it to grow and for it to thrive, and for you to be able to invest in other things, you have to take a whole bunch of other things into consideration. You're not just looking at the 2 hour time frame for like, okay, well, I'm going to pay my employees. Okay, the customer's happy, job's done. If you run your business like that, you won't have a business for too long. You have to think about so many other things. You have to think about the cost of the supplies. How much is it going to cost in supplies? How much is it going to cost in getting your towels washed? How much is it going to cost in tax? How much is it going to cost for you, right, to just continue to run your business? There's so many other factors that you have to take into consideration when you're bidding on the job. This is why I always stress it doesn't matter whether you have W-4 workers or whether you have subcontractors or if you're just doing the work yourself. You never want to be the lowest bid, right? I understand that, when you're first getting started, you want to have business, you want to have clients, but over time, if you're just the lowest bid, you're not going to grow your company, right? The name of the game is to be able to grow your company, to have excess and be able to invest in other things, whether that's, more supplies, more machines, whether you want to get a van or a logo wrap, like all of these things cost money, right? And you don't want to be digging out of your pocket. Everyone has to pay for, the things that it's going to take for your business to grow, right? So you always want to be looking at like, what is it going to cost to do this job? How much am I looking to profit on top of that, right? And what's it going to take for me to just continue to run the business, run it, grow it, so on and so forth. Every single month, actually twice a month, we always, because I make sure that I pay myself at least twice a month out of the business. If you work for me, you're going to get paid twice a month. If you're a subcontractor, my subcontractors get paid once a month, right? My clients pay us once a month. I make sure I get paid twice a month. There's a formula that's out there. This really cool book is called Profit First. I'm going to go ahead and attach it on the bottom. It shows you exactly what how to structure your business, or not necessarily how to structure your business, but how to structure the money once it comes into your business to make sure that you guys are always going to be profitable. Yeah, this is probably one of the most important business books that I've ever come across. Yep. So the name of the game is actually getting in business, growing your business, being profitable in business, expanding your business if that's what you choose to do. But you always have to make sure that you are pricing your jobs correctly so that you can do all of those other things. Guys, if you are, just getting started off, if you're looking for help, I do have consultations. I'll go ahead and leave those down below. We're almost to our 100 member goal. And what I'm talking about is the Inner Circle. That is our Facebook group. Once we reach 100 members, if you're in that group, you now become eligible to get a free walkthrough, right? We're going to give away a free walkthrough once we reach 100 members. That link will be in the description as well. If you're just like, I need business now, I cannot wait and run the risk of trying to win a walkthrough. Guys, the link to our appointment setting service, which we guarantee you a walkthrough within 30 days, or we guarantee you what you pay for within 30 days. The link to that will be down below as well. Guys, like I say, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch hustlers get into the game so they can win. I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in position to pick them up. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.